On the domestic front, after we've had 8 years of a president, obviously has shown very little interest in organized labor. Now you have one who, as a senator, did support or seemed to support some revisions to Taft-Hartley. There really does seem to be the possibility of a realignment of the relationship, at least in some ways, between labor and management. What are you hoping for from the Obama administration in that area?
Well, I see a lot of what's happened over the last 8 years through the eyes of my family. My parents came here from Mexico with 9 kids. We worked in the fields as migrant farm workers and saw my parents especially work very, very hard, full time. And so many times we couldn't afford a roof over our head. We couldn't get food on our table. And that's what's happening in this country. In Los Angeles, we have something over a third of people who work full-time make poverty-level wages. You work full-time and you live in poverty. Almost 40% make less than $35,000 a year. You cannot support a family of 4. So we have faced that. It's gotten worse and worse, especially here in cities like Los Angeles. And so my hope and our expectation with a new President Obama is that he's going to look at working class people and say there is a way to invest in them. Invest in the men and women who work so hard every day in this economy. After all, that's who he reached to be able to win and become president. He reached the working class people. And the debate was about what kinds of jobs do we have in this country? Are jobs staying here or are they being exported? And how do you protect jobs and how do you create good jobs? And that's what we try to be about in the labor movement. That security officer that should get more than $8 or $9 an hour, being in the front of emergencies in any building, a hotel worker, a janitor, a sanitation worker. How do they get what they deserve every single day? And we have that opportunity now with President Obama, with Hilda Solis as Secretary of Labor, and with all the cabinet members who will put these up front. And we do need changes in the law because an economic stimulus package cannot work if workers don't have some way of collectively bargaining with their employers for what is fair for their hard work. Productivity was very, very high many years throughout the Bush administration, and yet workers never got what was fair. Their wages did not keep up. They fell behind. So we need economic stimulus that is an investment in workers, in good jobs, in wages, and part of that is that they have to have the right to be able to collectively bargain. Without that kind of leverage, they will be left out, and any kind of investment is going to go to few people instead of to the masses of hardworking men and women.